Hi everyone, this is Jamie Lee, independent distributor with Gel Moment Nail Polish. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these kind of cool abstract nails using Tuti Cutie. And today I'm just going to use plain emerald envy. No mixing in on my nails that I just showed you. I also mixed in equal part of Feeling Ferny, but I'm just going to do the emerald envy. Okay, you're going to be using a few brushes. I like to use the short striper brush number 12 to do the outlining, and then either one of the flat brushes I have here to do the fill-in. This is number 13, the small slant brush, and this one is number 9, the gradual brush. Either one will work. Just use the one that you're most comfortable with. So I started by preparing my nail with 2 coats of Tuti Cutie, and now I'm going to go in to the Emerald Envy with my striper brush. I just pull a thin bit of polish out. I don't really want any big large drops on the brush. I'd like to keep it pretty thin. And then I just plan out where I want to put my design. I'm going to put a few different areas in. Let's see. I think I'm going to turn my nail a little bit to the side. I'm going to start with my striper brush and just drag a shape around. It's going to be a rounded shape, so I'm just going to try and move my brush smoothly and get a shape that I like. There we go. Kind of looks like a question mark. Okay, and that's going to be the first area that I'm going to fill in with my Emerald Envy. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror that line, and I'm going to move up about a couple centimeters and then drag around and mirror that shape as well. Just moving as smoothly as I can. If I run out of Emerald Envy on the brush, I'm going to reload it, just dip back in, and move along. I'm trying to keep the space between the 2 lines about the same, but if you slip up, you can just wipe it away, or you can adjust on the go. So there's my second area. I'm trying to keep the line pretty crisp, so if I have to go back in and clean it up, I will. So that's the second area. I'm going to fill in a second. Okay, and then I'm going to come down, I think, on this next spot. I'm going to put in a round circle area. I'm just going to draw that in. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of planning out the design with my thin brush before I go back in and start placing a lot of the solid Emerald Envy. Okay, and then I'm going to put another line in on the right hand side of the nail. I'm going to have it come down toward the tip. It could be really any shape. This is a very free flowing design. Just have fun with it. If you don't like the way that one of them looks, you can always go back and adjust it, change it up, or wipe it away completely and try again. Alright, I think that's going to be fine. Alright, so what I'm going to do next, before I cure, is I'm going to start with the slanted brush. This is number 13. And I'm going to dip into my Emerald Envy. I'm going to go in and I'm going to fill in some of the areas. What I've decided is, I like the way that this design looks, but I want this part to be filled in with the Emerald Envy. So I'm going to place some Emerald Envy in. And I don't really brush as more as I kind of circle it on. I make like little circly marks just to fill in the shape and to help get a little bit better coverage. If I want to adjust the shape of the line, I can do that as I go. But I want to get enough of a coat of this color on so that I can really see what the design looks like before I cure it. I think that's the most important part, is to know kind of what you're working with before you put it under the Gel Moment LED lamp. Because once you put it under there, that's what it's going to look like. So make sure you like it before you cure it. Okay, and I've decided to make this area inside the line full of Emerald Envy. So on this particular nail, I'm going to have more of the Tuti Cutie showing than I will the Emerald Envy. Okay, and that means I'm going to fill in this whole section with Emerald Envy. I think I need a little more for my polish. So let me put a little more out. And then I'll go back in and fill this last section in. So you can see I'm just pushing the polish up toward the line that I drew initially. You see that there? And that helps me to keep the shape that I drew. Okay, you don't want to go too thick because you want this polish to cure properly. So, you know, you can always go back and do a second coat on this shape so that you can get the coverage you want, but have a proper cure on your polish. Okay, it's important to select the right tools. So make sure that the brushes you select to use fit the size of your design. So if you're doing a small detailed design, you should definitely use a smaller brush. I'm going to take this Emerald Envy a little bit wider here at the tip. And I'm going to wrap it around to cure on the edges. I have to polish the edges. So make sure that you cap the ends with your Emerald Envy. Okay, and if it's on the side, make sure that you do that side as well. Okay, sometimes the polish, once you've let it sit for a little while, will pull away from the edge a little bit. Just repolish and then go ahead and cure. Okay. I'm going to add a little half circle, I think, up here at the top where the nail is going to meet the cuticle. I think it just needs a little more of the Emerald Envy up here. But you're going to play around with your design. Each nail can be different. On my manicure, each nail is unique. And remember, I'm doing this on a artificial nail right now, so it's harder to see where the cuticle would be. I tried to leave it unpolished so you could see that area and where I'm working. This area is very tiny, so I'm just filling in with this tiny little striper brush. And I'm going to pull a little bit along the cuticle line here and connect it. Alright, so once you're happy with your design, whatever that may be, go ahead and cure underneath your Gel Moment LED lamp for 45 seconds. We're back, and this is the first coat of Emerald Envy on our abstract nail. If you'd like to fill in now with a second coat to make it more opaque, just use one of your very tiny brushes and go ahead and fill in any spots that might be a little bit light. If you need to clean up any of your edges on your lines, maybe they were a little wonky, go ahead and clean those up and fix it up however you like. Just working on my little circle here. just to make it a little crisper. And filling in those lines over here. Here's the side, just going back in with a second light coat. Really gives it a bit of pop, and in this Emerald Envy it's gorgeous because it has those little sparkles, really subtle sparkle. So it looks really pretty against the Tutti Cutie. This would be really cute if you did the Tutti Cutie with a matte finish. So just put a coat of matter effect on the Tutti Cutie before you start with the Emerald Envy portion, and that would give it a really nice effect. The matte against the subtle sparkle would be really pretty. And you can do this in any color combination. This is a great manicure for any color. You want to go bright, you can use Flamingo Blossom, maybe Mandarin Summer would be really pretty. The Tutti Cutie background, just a pop of color. As I'm here in the US and we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel after a long cold winter. I know some of you are heading into fall down in Australia. Your summer will be coming to an end soon, and we are the opposite. We are just heading into our spring. So, all right, so that's the second coat there. I think it looks beautiful. I'm going to pop it into the LED lamp for 45 seconds. Okay, we're back, and this is the final product of our abstract nail. If you'd like, you can top it with any one of our beautiful top coats. You could do Clearly Frisky, as I have done on my manicure, or you could do any one of our Glitz and Glam. You could use Stardust, Hypnotize, Captivate. Any one of those would look beautiful over the top of this. I hope you enjoyed learning how to do an abstract nail art design. My name is Jamie Lee, and I'm an independent distributor with Gel Moment Nail Polish.